There is no way that I can forget the name of the vehicle that I'm driving here today because it says the name of it all over, like here, on the back as usual, but it also says the name of it in each of the headlights and also in each of the taillights, and many other places that I'll continue to point out throughout this video. My name is Omar, and just in case you were wondering, this is the 2022 Toyota Corolla Cross. So, the compact Toyota Corolla sedan is one of the best-selling vehicles in the United States, but it doesn't come with all-wheel drive, and that's why Toyota went ahead and made the Corolla Cross. Now I know what you're thinking, they already have the RAV4 and the smaller CH-R. Well, here's the thing, the RAV4 starts right under $28,000 if you want to go for an all-wheel drive one, and the CH-R, well, just like the Corolla sedan, it's not available with all-wheel drive. That means with a starting price tag of $23,495, for a Corolla Cross all-wheel drive, this is the cheapest all-wheel drive Toyota that you can buy. And of course, Toyota will sell a ton of these. So what are we working with here? Other than the name, the Corolla Cross also shares the 2-liter 4-cylinder engine from the Corolla sedan. It makes a total of 169 horsepower, and that makes this thing very slow, like really, really slow. While filming under the hood, I found a Corolla Cross logo right there. It's made it to a CVT transmission, and 0 to 60 will take you 9.2 seconds. I'm gonna time that. Let's start a timer right now. Ready, set, go. That's how long it takes to hit 60 in the Corolla Cross. So yeah, it's not very quick, but as a daily driver, this thing is pretty comfortable. It will get you from point A to point B with the least amount of theatrics, and that's okay because I'm pretty sure that people that are going to buy this are never really going to race anyone. They want something affordable, something comfortable, something with a little bit of utility, and of course, all-wheel drive. And when it comes to that, the Corolla Cross will check all of those boxes. This will be a great first vehicle for you or one of your kids. Handling-wise, this thing is okay. The steering feel is light, it's easy to maneuver, although you may want to plan out the time it takes you to take over another car on the highway. Let's attempt it. Come on. Oh, the CVT. Yeah, it's slow. I mean, you really have to have a debate in your head whether or not you want to take over somebody or just take the L and go the speed limit while sitting in the right lane. Fuel economy wise, the all-wheel drive model will give you a total of 29 mpg city and 32 mpg highway for a total of 30 mpg combined, which is almost the same as the Subaru Crosstrek and others in this segment. I'm averaging, after a lot of driving and a lot of hard acceleration, a total of 24.3 miles a gallon. Not bad. Road noise is what you would expect from a vehicle of this caliber and this price segment. It's not super quiet, but it's not super loud. Honestly, I do think that this is quieter than the RAV4, which is pretty impressive. You should be able to have a conversation with the passenger sitting right next to you and even the passenger sitting in the back. Now, one thing that I absolutely love is the amount of visibility that you have in here. Not only is the windshield big, but you have a tiny window next to the A-pillar that really opens up your point of view. Now, the other thing that I love is that you get a bunch of driver assist tech as standard as a part of Toyota's Safety Sense 2.0. So that means you have adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, lane tracing assist, amongst many other things. And it's a really good system. I've been messing around with it, set my cruise control, set my distance, have lane tracing assist and lane keep assist on, and this is great. It is a very good system. It keeps you centered in the lane. The best thing is that this is not a part of some optional $2,000 driver assistance package. Besides the availability of all-wheel drive, you get front-wheel drive as standard. The other reason that people will buy this over the Corolla sedan is the space and the utility. So let's check it out. Now, you would think you would get more legroom in the Corolla Cross, but you don't. You get 32 inches of rear legroom, which is about 3 inches shorter than the Corolla itself. So if you want more legroom from a Toyota SUV, consider going for the RAV4. I'm about 6 foot tall. That is my seating position, as you can see. It's not bad. It's not totally uncomfortable, but it's not that spacious either. But don't worry, when it comes to cargo capacity, the Corolla Cross definitely has a lot more. You have 24.3 cubic feet behind the second row if you go for the all-wheel drive, and you have 25.5 cubic feet if you go for the front-wheel drive, and then you can lay down the rear seats with 60-40 split and open that up to much more. By the way, you can set the height of how high you want your tailgate to open between 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who wants 1 and 2 or 3, 4 and 5? It just needs 2 settings. That's it. 1, 2, and 3 don't matter. Whoever's setting it at 1, 2, and 3, it's got issues. And while I was back here, I found a Corolla Cross logo on the back of the tailgate. They really put it everywhere they could. There's also a Corolla Cross silhouette right there when you open the tailgate. And just in case you forgot while you were accessing your cargo area, you're driving a Corolla Cross. So let's talk about the exterior styling really quick because I really like the way this thing looks. It is unmistakably a Toyota when you see it, but it does have a pretty solid design. It's not something that will totally blow you away, but it also won't send you running the other way. Unless, of course, you hate giant grills, because a lot of you out there can't stand them. I really don't mind them. I like the headlamps on this thing, but I do wish that Toyota used the Corolla sedan headlamps. I like those a lot. Those would look very stylish here. From the back, it also looks pretty sharp. But that said, we do get a lot of black cladding. The RAV4 obviously looks a little bit more rugged. This looks a little bit more laid back. What's going on with this extensive use of black cladding? Because I'm also testing the new Subaru WRX right now, and that has a ton of black cladding. Is that what people that want aggressive off-road design really like? I mean, nobody's really taking the Corolla Cross off-road anyway, that they need all this black cladding from all the mud that they're going to be kicking up. That said, let's check out the inside, and once you're in here, it's pretty much a Corolla. Not much difference between the two at all. If you're going from a Corolla sedan to a Corolla Cross, you'll feel right at home. Comfort-wise, it's pretty good. The seats are nice and plush. Keep in mind that I am driving the top of the line XLE model right here with soft text fake leather seats, so it's a little bit better than the other trims. So what about tech? What kind of tech are we working with? Well, let's get into that by breaking down the pricing details so I can tell you what you get at each trim level. All right, let's get into the pricing. Pricing for the base Corolla Cross L starts at $22,195. The LE starts at $24,545, and the top of the line XLE starts at $26,325. Adding all-wheel drive will cost you an extra $1,300 on each trim. So as standard, the Corolla Cross L comes with a pretty basic interior. You get manual climate controls, cloth seats, and manual front seats. It's nothing super exciting. However, you do get a 7-inch touchscreen display with standard Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and Toyota says you also get rear seat vents, which is a highlight because surprisingly, not every competitor will give you that in this segment. You also get Toyota Safety Sense 2.0 as standard, which gives you a lot of driver assist tech, including adaptive cruise control, lane departure alert with steering assist, lane tracing assist. It will also give you a pre-collision system with pedestrian detection. You also get road sign recognition and automatic high beams. Now, once you upgrade to the LE, things start getting a little bit interesting. You still have cloth seats and manual seats, but your infotainment screen gets upgraded to an 8-inch touchscreen display. You also get a wireless charger as standard here, along with blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic alert. You also get the smart key system with remote start, but apparently remote start is a subscription service that will be free for 3 years, but after that you have to pay monthly for it. What is this, Netflix? But hey, at least you get the upgraded leather trim steering wheel, which is nice. It's not heated though. Now, going for the top of the line XLE gives you everything that we talked about so far, and it gives you standard LED daytime running lights with LED headlamps, and it also gives you LED fog lights. You also get full LED taillights, which look pretty nice. Inside, you'll get dual zone climate control. You'll also get a 10-way power adjustable driver seat. That's pretty nice, although the passenger seat is still manual. Now, you can't have everything, come on. You'll also get soft text fake leather seats. Obviously, we're not expecting real leather seats over here in this segment, but at least the front seats are heated as standard, which is nice. Now, tech-wise, the XLE carries over the 8-inch touchscreen display from the LE, but it adds on a 7-inch multi-information display right here in the middle of your gauge cluster, and it packs quite a bit of information. You can circle through and keep the display at whatever you want, but yeah, you have a lot of info to work with over here. But of course, you still have some other optional things that you can add on. If you want a moonroof, that is only available as an option on the LE and the XLE. The L cannot be had with the moonroof. A power liftgate is also optional on the XLE, as are adaptive headlights. And if you want a solid sound system, the 9-speaker JBL sound system is available as an option only on the LE and the XLE. You can't have a good sound system on the L. Now, before I give you my final thoughts on the Corolla Cross, let me point out a few random important things that I'll have to show all of you. You have 6 cup holders, 2 in the front for the front passengers, and then, depending on the trim you get, in the back seat you have 4. 2 in each of the doors, and then you have 2 in the center folding armrest. The models that don't have the center armrest in the back only get the cup holders that are in the doors. Here are the keys for the Corolla Cross. Surprisingly enough, they totally missed the opportunity for putting Corolla Cross on the keys, but they put it everywhere else. This one is more understandable. Every time you hop in here, you're reminded that you're driving a Corolla Cross. Door open and close sound from the outside and from the inside. Not bad. Of course, you have a welcome Corolla Cross animation. Come on, they didn't miss it there. As for the charging game, you get a wireless charger on the L models and above. All models get a USB-A port for the front passengers. And not only do the rear passengers get vents, so feel lucky, they also get 2 USB-A ports right there. And of course, let's do an indicator and horn sound test with the 2022 Toyota Corolla Cross. Indicator first. Pretty much what I expected. And now for the horn sound, which I'm not expecting much at all. It should sound just like a Corolla. I haven't honked it yet, actually. Oh yeah. Not exciting at all. All right, now that I've told you everything that you need to really know about the Toyota Corolla Cross, let me give you my opinion on whether or not if you should buy this over the competition. So in this segment, you have the Honda HR-V, the Kia Seltos, the Subaru Crosstrek, the Chevy Trailblazer, and the Mazda CX-30, and probably 20 other options that I'm not thinking of right now because, you know, we love our crossovers and SUVs. Compared to all of those, the Corolla Cross costs more than all of them by a few $100s or around $2,000 or so. All of them drive pretty similar and offer similar utility, give or take a few inches and cubic feet of space. So it's really up to your brand loyalty or what model that you're most attracted to. Again, all of the vehicles in this segment would make a great first vehicle. That said, I think a lot of people will overlook the minor pricing difference because Toyota played it very smart by calling this a Corolla. You see, the Corolla name is so familiar to everyone. Ask anyone out there and they will know exactly what you're talking about when you say Corolla. Ask someone what you're talking about when you say HR-V or Seltos, and they might have to think a little bit. Just imagine if Honda called the HR-V the Honda Civic Cross. That would change everyone's perception and the popularity of the HR-V right away. It's very rare when a model name becomes as, if not more popular than the manufacturer itself. But that's what you have here. And I honestly think that this is Toyota's subtle way of brainwashing us into thinking that this is indeed a Corolla. And who knows, maybe in a few years when sedans are no longer a thing, this will be renamed just Corolla. Kind of scary, isn't it? Either way, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, make sure you follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. My handle is @OmarDrives. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care. Peace. Manual shifting while taking a turn at 40 in the Corolla Cross. Not bad, actually. Whoa, okay. Maybe take that back. Oh, nice.